This is the Healing Hour for January the 7th, 2020. This is your host, Tyson Bannigan, the Empath Business Strategist. I help empaths discover their divine gifts, remove obstacles, and achieve true success. Want some help? Give me a call, toll free in North America, 1-866-369-7464. All right, we should be live on Facebook. This is Tyson Bannigan. This is the Healing Hour. I'm with you for the next hour to answer all your questions around dowsing and energy healing. There's three ways you can join me. You can phone in toll free during the show, 1-866-369-7464, 1-866-369-7464. The number's in the description of the show, wherever you're watching the show. And if you're watching it as a replay, remember you can always join me next week live. It's the same time, same place, every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific time and 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So looking forward to having you join me live. Also, you can click the Zoom link, which is in the comment section of the description of the show. Join me that way. The Zoom link is 493-144-196. You can also leave your comments in the Dowsing and Energy Healing Codes Facebook group while I'm live, and I'll try and answer them on the show. And Laura's not feeling well today. Laura usually takes care of the comments during the show, so it may take me a bit of time to get back to your comments, but feel free to type them in. So we're just going to head over there and see if anybody's showing up for the show. We have Ozge. Is that how you say your name? O-Z-G-E. How do I pronounce that?
It is Ozge.
Ozge. Where are you from, Ozge?
I'm from Turkey, but I live in U.S., Denver, Colorado.
And where were you from? What's your nationality?
I'm originally from Turkey.
Oh, from Turkey. Yeah, lots of things happening in Turkey. I was just watching some movies about Turkey, a very, very powerful spiritual consciousness rising in the middle of Turkey.
Yes, there's a lot of people who are interested in energy healing and spiritual things in Turkey. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah, there is, and there's a lot of people in trouble too, with all the curses and all the stuff that's stuck in the ground that comes from the ancient history and black magic and terrible things that people did to each other. So on one hand, you have all this stuff locked in the earth, and then you have all this rising new spiritual energy in Turkey. It's a really amazing crossroads on the planet between the old world and the new world. So welcome to the show.
Yeah, it's a very complicated region. A lot was going on there since the old civilization. So people are very interested in energy healing. Also, there is evil and light and lots of things going on there. And yeah,
and that's the type of people we like to work with in the midst of all this chaos. We like to help people take back their personal power and stand in the truth, get through all the curses and those sorts of things. So we have a call here from Simi, California. Hello, this is Tyson Bannigan. You're on the Wellness Show. You're on the Healing Hour. How can I help you?
Yes, sir. I'm trying to find out, do you deal with possession and stuff like that?
Absolutely. I'm an exorcist of possession, and so yes, I do deal with that. So what's happening?
Okay. My wife. I'll just give you a fast rundown, kind of a summary. 2 years ago, it's still ongoing. I'm just trying to find help. 2 years ago, she changed against me like a light switch. In every way, hatred, everything. She refers to me as the abuser. She is just everything is pure hatred from me, and she has been taking my little boy away from me. And this was a housewife, as my sole provider, raising our little guy. She was,
right.
And she's just completely different. Even the day she changed, I was 400 miles away, as I own a semi-truck, and she took a picture of herself for some reason, a selfie picture, and it came across my phone because she had our phone set up that if I took a picture of my person, it would go to the phone. And when I received that picture that day, I didn't even recognize her. She looked different. She was of her, in a reflection of her bedroom mirror, a full-length closet mirror.
Yeah.
She was only holding my little guy at the time, but didn't even look like her. Her face was longer, her hair was down, her eyes were just blank.
So can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What happened at that time? Was there a near-death experience, some traumatic experience, some change or transformation? What was happening in her life? Was she under stress, duress, or what?
About 6 months before this happened, all of a sudden she was on depression medication.
Aha.
Okay.
Yeah. Did she go up? Did she come off cold? Like cold turkey?
I don't think so. I don't know what she did. She started smoking again. She quit when she became pregnant with our little guy. A year and a half after born, she started smoking again. All the way up to the point that she was going in our backyard having a cigarette every 10 minutes. I don't smoke. She just started that stuff.
All right. Well, here I'm just gonna interrupt you at this time because I want to move on and help other people on the call. But why don't you? I've got your phone number. I'm just gonna take it down, and actually, why don't you just send me an email? You got a pen?
You know what? I'm in my semi-truck and I can't let you.
Okay. All right. So what's your name?
Paul Brown.
Paul Brown. Okay, Paul Brown. I'm going to phone you back and give you a link to how to get hold of me and book a session, so I can start doing some work with you and help you turn this around for you. Okay. How about that?
Are you able to turn around, like get it off or bring it back?
Well, I actually have to work with you. It's a longer story. Let's put it like this. I can't do her spiritual work, but because you're related to, you can help me do the spiritual work to do the release. But even better if we could get her involved in doing the spiritual release work.
She don't even talk to me. There's no reason, no talking, no
But
nothing.
well, we have to do the best we can. Look, we can only interfere in somebody's karma to a certain extent. In the end, they have to do the work, but we can take the pressure off. Hopefully then she will then have enough knowingness or of herself that then she can begin to do the process on her own. So yeah, we can certainly make it better. Yeah. Yeah, that's where it is, that domestic violence. So we can work on that even at a distance because you're related to her, right? Okay, it's great. So that you phoned in, and let's get to work on that. So there you are. All right, Paul, we'll get back to you. Bye for now. So isn't that a synchronicity? We're just talking about turkey and curses and black magic and possession, and next phone call has to do with that. So there's no coincidence. So Hillary, welcome to the show. Hillary Seeley, do you want to say hello? I'm just going to unmute you here. Maybe you've got yourself muted. Do you want to unmute yourself, Hillary, and say hello? Hillary, I know you're on you're listening to the show here. Oh, to all panels. Hey, yeah, hi, Hillary. Do you want to unmute your microphone and say hello, or do you want to type in any requests that you have into the chat? Either way would be fine. Do you have a question that you'd like to ask, or a clearing you'd like to have undertaken? No questions yet. Okay. Well, welcome to the show. We're just going to now head over to the Dowsing and Energy Healing closed Facebook group, see if we can pick up anybody there who is asking some questions now that needs some help. So we're just going to do that. And I'll be sharing the screen in just a second as we get that set up here. All right. So Tony is present. So Tony, welcome to the show. If you'd like to share this with your network, that would be great. Let people know that we are live. And Tony, if you have any questions, don't forget you can also jump onto the Zoom using the link. Or where there's that posting with the hearts behind it has all the links underneath that you can join us on Zoom, or you can type in your request for assistance right there. All right, so one of the things I wanted to talk about is we're about to launch Mastermind for Empaths. So I would love to talk a little bit about what that is all about. I know there's quite a few people that are interested in possibly joining us. There's only room for 8 people in the first go round until we open the door for the next date. That will give everybody ample time as an empath in a business to be able to have some assistance to grow their business and have some assistance from their fellow people in the mastermind to help them remove any blocks that they may have to grow their business. So I'm just going to share the screen here so people can get a sense of where we are. So this is still in the draft form, but I just want you to see what we've been working on, and so you get a sense of whether this is something you like to do. So the title of this is an Empath Mastermind. The short form is Master Light. Okay, so I'm just going to scroll down here and share you. So this is a mastermind business support for empath, light workers, visionaries, and heart-centered, soul-based entrepreneurs. And this is sort of my story, and I hope this relates to you. So if you were a kid and you wondered how you ended up on planet Earth, who dropped you off, and when they're coming back to pick you up and take you home. And by the way, you're wondering where the operating manual or guidebook is for planet Earth because you don't know how people act this way and how they think because it's completely foreign to you. And if you're realizing that you're on an assignment as a planetary change agent to help free people from this matrix of control so they can help, so that you're here to help birth the new Earth. So if this is you, imagine working with a group of like-minded people in a mastermind whose goal is to impact millions and create a new planetary system that benefits all of life. So if that's you, if this resonates with you, then this mastermind is for you, okay? So who is it for? For highly sensitive and empathic service practitioners who want to change the world. You want to impact many people with your gifts and talents. You easily connect to divine guidance or want to learn how. You are overwhelmed or overloaded by so much information you receive, and it's hard for you to focus or to be in the present moment. You may have a fear of the future or feel stuck in the past. You may have poor personal boundaries because you're dealing with everybody else's emotions around you. You may have experienced psychic attacks. So in this mastermind group, you will learn to take back your personal power so you can manifest what you want, to break free of what's holding you back, to be the best self and manifest results in your business, become more grounded and present and stand in your truth no matter what. Be in the divine flow so that you can stay out of fear, overwhelm, and other people's negative emotions. And you'll receive tools to get clear and reliable divine guidance so you know what steps to take in your business, get out of a downward spiral and get back on into your online business, rebound quickly from setbacks, clear your system of negative energies and entities. And this program will include a small intimate group to allow for personal attention and focus. We'll meet twice a month online meetings over Zoom conferencing. All the calls will be recorded, so if you miss a session, you can review the powerful coaching at your convenience. There'll be release work, including the deep clearing protocol to release you from what no longer serves you. And there'll be a closed Facebook group to stay connected between sessions. The bonus number 1 in this is healing energy and attunements for life and business. There's a value over 1,000. And here's what clients have been saying. Deborah will be joining me as a co-facilitator, and this is what her clients have been saying about her work. I've been feeling intensely creative and a lot more easygoing than usual for me. I tend to err on the side of anxiety and over planning. Noticing that my breathing space has opened up and I'm living more consciously in gratitude, softening on my inner critic, hearing myself say it's okay and that's good enough. So if all these things are to begin to resonate with you and you would like to participate, please let us know. So this person goes on to say, I'm more focused and clear. I feel more energetic lately and more clear, and I can analyze things better. I strongly feel the urge to be productive. I'm also feeling clear to express myself in direct and sharpened ways. Okay, bonus number 2. I actually think this is going to be the Mastermind group level 2, rather than a bonus in this group. But after this Mastermind, we are going to be teaching through another Mastermind how you can lead your own and create your own Mastermind for your group in your coaching business or in your empathic business, so you can create new programs, make money, and lead your clients to greater levels of success. So there's 4 different Mastermind groups that we're going to teach you how to do that. But first of all, we're going to put you through this Mastermind so you know how it runs and that you can learn the skills before you do your own. So my background is I have a Master of Arts degree in Whole Systems Design with a focus on organizational renewal. I've been a lecturer in the communications department at Simon Fraser University. I've taught communication and conflict and intervention and taught community economic development models and case studies. I'm a founder of a nonprofit charitable organization called Turtle Island Earth Tours that since 1975 has raised millions of dollars, created intentional communities, community land trust, placed forests in trust, and working on many environmental development projects in third world countries. I've been worked in environmental sustainability as a consultant at the local watershed level, at the provincial and federal levels of government, as a consultant, and as a member of the Canadian delegation to the United Nations. I've been a chairperson at the UN for the non-governmental organization delegates, and I'm a gifted intuitive. I've learned how to obtain and follow guidance and assist groups to make consensus decision-making through guidance. This method was used by the Turtle Island Fund, a committee of the Threshold Foundation, to allocate $5 million to charities on the west coast of North America. So with a few things that people have said about my work is thank you, Tyson Bandy, for showing me up to be part of my team. I'm happy to provide testimony for your incredible presence. The work we do together is powerful, and we're doing it for the good of everyone, not just for you and me. I'm so honored to have you in my life and to work with you on different levels. There's so much more to life than we know. We came here with our spirit and energy set forth by a higher power, and we're here to use what we have that is inside of us to do great things. And then my co-facilitator is Deborah Gila Burkowski. I'm hoping I'm saying that correctly. She's a recovering perfectionist, a highly achieving Harvard graduate who finds meaning and fulfillment as a wife and mom of kids 7 and 17. She's trained as a life coach, energy healer, and yoga teacher, learned some of the world's most masterful coaches and healers. She's currently training to be a certified medical intuitive. She's a team coach with the Coaches Council. She's had hundreds of interactions with entrepreneurs and has helped them more deeply understand the mind and heart of entrepreneurs such as service practitioners, coaches, and healers. And as a result, she can help entrepreneurs shift their energy quickly and get into action with more ease and flow in their life and business. And for the last 2 decades, she's transformed her life towards higher levels of health, wellness, and abundance by overcoming the poverty mindset, which is, by the way, one of the major blocks for all empathic business people, heart-centered entrepreneurs, really is we still have some conditioning, most of us, around being able to get past any blocks we have about being highly financially successful. So what will be one of the main focuses that we'll be working on in this mastermind is transferring the poverty consciousness mindset into abundance. Okay. And she's overcome some life-threatening trauma, PTSD, and the devastating effects of chronic illness. This journey has supported her to grow her self-acceptance and patience as a parent with children with special needs. Now I'm on a mission to help entrepreneurs connect with their intuitive guidance so they can make money with more ease, flow, clarity, calm, and confidence to shine their light into the world and make a lasting impact. And some of the clients have said about her, oh, Deborah, thank you. The energetic experience of safety you created for our session was crystal clear. Your guided meditation grounded me in a field of love, and your skills, gentle questions guided me seamlessly into what was next for me in receiving healing. Your presence is rooted in the divine, in your skills and excellent training and practice. I appreciate you. And I have to say, working with Deborah has been a really gift for me. We really do work well together. And in the sessions we've done together, we can speed up the release of any energy blocks that entrepreneurs may have in getting their business up and running again, or to going to the next level of success. So how much does this cost? We're pricing it around at $333 for 6 months for founding members. The regular price will come in somewhere in between $450 or $550 after this initial launch. The value of this and of comparable masterminds is in the tens of thousands of dollars range. So there you are. If you'd like to join this mastermind, which is called the Master Light, which is for a mastermind business for support for empaths, lightworkers, visionaries, and heart-based, soul-centered entrepreneurs, then let me know. I think we have room for 8, and I think we're somewhere around 20 to 30 people who are interested. The next step, if you're interested, is we're going to do a little interview with you, see what it is that you'd hope to get out of the program, see if it's a good fit for you, and then if it is, sign you up. So if that's you and this resonates with you, then please get back to me. You can private message me. You can phone me toll free in North America, 1-866-369-7464. And also, if you want to phone me internationally, you can do it through the WhatsApp on your cell phone, and that would be 1 for Canada, 250-803-2480. So there you are, the Mastermind Business Support for Heart-Centered Entrepreneurs, Empath, Lightworkers, and Visionaries. I do hope that you come to join us. So I'm going to stop this share here and come back over and see what's going on here in the group. All right, so Org says, how do you say your name again? Orgs? She is a certified emotion. Say it again, please.
Özge.
Do it again.
Özge. Yeah, we have a different letter in Turkish, O with 2 dots on top of it.
Oh, yes. And you're a certified emotional code practitioner. Yeah, so am I. And a Reiki master, and so am I. And an architect. Wow.
I studied in Istanbul years ago, but I'm not practicing since I moved to US, since I studied in metric system.
Yeah.
I was always into numbers and shapes since I was a child.
Yeah.
And I'm mostly using muscle testing in my sessions, and once in a while I use a pendulum too. But is there a way to get faster answers from a pendulum?
Yeah, there is. It's sort of, there's a number of different ways to do that. First of all, I never wait for my pendulum to move. I'm already moving the pendulum.
Okay.
So for example, my yes is straight out from my belly button, and my no is at right angles to my belly button.
Okay.
And my maybe is halfway between the two, which is a 45-degree angle.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I'm just going to put my fingers up, and if you're watching the screen, this is 0 up here, this is 100 down here, and this is my yes and this is my no, and the 45 is over here, and the shortest distance is either a yes or a no. So I'm swinging the pendulum. When I ask the question, I stop swinging it, and the momentum of the pendulum either goes to a yes or no. So that speeds it up, right? You're not waiting for the pendulum to move. The other thing is, for me, I only want answers from source or from my higher self connected to source. So I'd say when I use my pendulum, I only want my answers from source consciousness or from my, my higher self. And then thirdly is I say to my pendulum, I would like quick, reliable accurate answers right now. So in other words, I talk to my pendulum because it has a devic energy about it that I want to be able to move through questions quickly, and I want to know the answer right now, not tomorrow or the next day. So those are three things that could help you use the pendulum quicker.
Okay. My yes is like a counterclockwise spin, and no is like horizontal back and forth. So how should I swing it first so it doesn't like resemble a yes or no from the get-go?
Well, you could reprogram it if that feels comfortable for you. So to reprogram it, I don't know if you can see if you're watching the video, but I take a pendulum in my dominant hand. I then blow the breath of life on the pendulum once, twice, 3 times, and then I take the pendulum and I move it straight up from my belly button, and I say, when I move my pendulum like this, the answer to my question is yes. Okay, I see that, do that 3 times. When I move my pendulum like this, the answer to my question, or when my pendulum moves like this, the answer to my question is yes. When the pendulum moves like this, the answer to my question is yes. Then I do this. When my pendulum moves like this, the answer to my question is no. When the pendulum moves like this, the answer to my question is no. When my pendulum moves like this, the answer to my question is no. And then I test it, right? Then I say, I only want the answer from my higher self. I can also say, when I use my pendulum, I want the assistance of, source consciousness, or my light team, or my team upstairs, or my spirit guides, or whoever you want to work with. You can also do that to help your accuracy. And then you go ahead and test it. So for me, it would be, is my name George? And the answer is no. Is my name Tyson? And the answer is yes. Once I feel that it's accurate, then I move on. And if it gets wonky or doesn't feel right, I go back through that procedure and do it all over again. I also, in neutral, which is 45 degrees between the two, if it is stuck in neutral and doesn't want to move, then I can ask such great questions. Is this the right time, the right place? Is there something else I need to know? Am I need to be hydrated? Should I come back and ask this question later? So the neutral is as more important to me as the yes and no. And then last but not least, I like to do percentages, because if the percentage of the yes is only 50%, that is about as accurate as flipping a coin. So I want my answers to be as close to 100%, if not 100%, as possible. So I'll always check with the pendulum on a scale of 0 to 100 to see how accurate the yes is, if I have any doubt about it. So there you are, a crash course in using a pendulum.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It's a great question. So that should help you go. Muscle testing.
One
Go
more
ahead.
thing about crystal pendulums or metal pendulums. Do you recommend a metal one with a cotton string, or does that matter if it's with a chain?
I have here, let me just see if I can do this. If you can see, I have a few. So, see you show. Here's my jar of pendulums. Okay.
Oh yeah, a nail clipper. I just use one on my daughter. I can use that too.
So there's all sorts in there. Then there are different pendulums, and I love them all. And I can just pick up any one. So like there's a one like that. Here's a one with that has the different beads for the chakras, for clearing chakras, and it's a crystal. I do like crystals. People say they need to be cleared. I haven't found that really that necessary if they're attuned to me.
So you don't need to clean them?
Well, I don't, but if you feel you need to, please do. Okay?
Can we just clean them with intention?
Yeah, I clean them with intention by just reprogramming. But you could do it with water. You can put them in the sunlight, in the moonlight. They really like that. Here's a really interesting one. Okay. What else do I have in here? Here's a little glass one. And what else do we have in here? These are little ones that I sell. These are double terminated. I love those. Here's single terminated. I sell these. Nice little ones, right? So I basically could pick up, and then here's another nice little single terminated one. And then I have a friend who did a unique one, which has got a casting of energy around it. And then I'll just show you. And then there's bead ones. I have a whole different types of beads that I sell too. These are bead ones, different colored beads. These are nice little tiny ones that are easy to carry in your pocket. And then I want to show you one more. This is a paw pendulum that John Living made, and I've been taught by him how to make them. This is a paw pendulum I sell for $100 US, and this is for really good for clearing auras. And there's a smaller version of it as well. So I really like that. And then last but not least, seeing as I happen to have it here and you're asking about pendulums, there's another neat one that I have that, let's see if I can pull it out here. This one has to do with color therapy. We're broadcasting colors. So these are the colors coming down here, and I can slide this up and it will produce the energy of every one of those colors on the spectrum.
That's a good one.
Yeah, so I have lots of fun tools. I love tools. But of course, the point behind all of this is we really are using these pendulums. Oh, here's another one. This is a wooden one. This is really nice and light. We are using a pendulum or muscle testing as training wheels for guidance on demand. We really want everybody to learn to get accurate, clear guidance without having to use any tools. So there's nothing wrong with using the tools, but remember, the more you use the tools, the more you connect with the divinity inside of yourself, the clearer the channel will be, and the more you'll get full-blown words and guidance, and which is even better because it'll be far more than a yes and no. You will be told what's going on with your clients. You intuitively know where to look for the answers. So it's very, very exciting to be able to use these tools to learn how to do that.
Yes, I agree with you. Thank you for all this information.
You're welcome. All right, let's see if we have any other requests. So, Hillary, do you have any questions at this point? If you do, please type them in. Otherwise, I'm going to head over. While you're typing in, I'm going to head back over and to the Dowsing and Energy Healing Closed Facebook group and see if we've got any other requests over there. Okay, so here we are here. Oh, we have to find where we are. Okay, stop sharing. I have to go to find the right page here. Just give me a sec here. Too many pages open here. Oh, here we are. No. There we go. Oh, let's go over here. We'll find the group first and then be able to bring everybody over here. All right. Okay, so I'm just going to share the screen again. I think I found where we are here. And I'm going to share the screen again. And here's the Dowsing and Energy Healing Closed Facebook group. And here's what I was talking about, the calling all planetary chain agent, if you'd like to be part of this mastermind. And there's a link there to be able to book your time to see whether the Empath Mastermind is a good fit for you. So if you're one of the people in the list, we have 14 people in this group that are interested. So I'll be sending out this link to those 14 people to see if they want to join us in the mastermind. Thank you all the new members that have joined. We just had a new rush of new people in, which is wonderful. I think, where are we now? We are at 3,522 members, which is a nice group to being able to bring about some change and transformation on the planet. All right, so let's scroll down here. That was a greeting to everybody. And let's see here. Yeah, lots of new energy flowing through for this time on the planet for 2020. So 2020 is interesting, eh? 2020 vision, clear sight, clear vision, no more clouds, no more clouded concepts. We're being asked to be really clear, to show up with a clear, bright, shining aura, to clear what no longer serves us, to be light stations or lights unto the world. So this is a time where we really do need to do the deep clearing and to learn to take back our personal power and stand in our truth, and to step into the spiritual, into our spiritual awesomeness. Let's put it that way. And if you're an empath, that means to get over your fear, to know how to manage your divine gifts that you've been giving as an empath, how to use those clairs, this clairsentient, clear audio, and all the other 10 clairs, how to use them to bring about transformation and change in your life, in your family's life, in those around you, and for those that you may be serving as a coach or as a practitioner. So in this interesting post, it says here, our energy field contains an archive of all of our personal and ancestral memories or experiences, all of our early life trauma, and it can even contain painful wounds from former lifetimes. These imprints are like dormant computer programs that, when activated, can persuade us towards certain behaviors, relationships, accidents, and illnesses that mirror that initial wound. It's sort of like an endless loop, that is like anything similar to that original trauma will restart that loop or replay that trauma again. So part of the deeper work, after you do the deep clearing protocol from 21 days or longer, and I really encourage people to go up to 66 days if possible, because when you do the research, it's not 21 days to clear a habit, it's more like 66 days to clear a habit. And the purpose of doing the deep clearing protocol is to have your conscious mind reprogram your subconscious to run that deep clearing protocol 24/7, 365, which creates a very strong energy field that then becomes free of any intrusions from any and all outside forces like curses or black magic or anything like that. All right, so we have a call here. This is Tyson Bannigan. This is the Healing Hour. Welcome to the show.
Good evening.
Good evening to you. A long time no see, no hear.
Oh, I've been here, but I've been preoccupied doing other stuff, so I haven't been listening.
Oh, good.
I usually listen to the recordings. But I'm wondering if you're able to help me. I have a little challenge here now.
All right.
I have an appointment for the dentist, and I was all excited, but now I'm kind of scared because it's major work. I had extractions done, and I had decided to have implants and dentures, but now I'm actually apprehensive about the implants.
Yeah, well, you sort of made that commitment to have the implants. So it's a little hard to renege on that.
Well, actually, I was thinking to just get dentures, and then when I come back from vacation, deal with implants. I'm sort of not wanting to go on vacation with the implants.
Yeah.
Because you said it's a 6-month process. I don't want to go on vacation and probably, it might be okay, but just in case anything comes up, right?
I think that's a really good decision. I think you're making the right decision. And also, I do some research on implants, and I choose your dentist carefully. When I think about implants,
I have been doing research, and the thing is, I saw some new stuff come up. I could have it done by somebody I trust, but the thing is they're in the States, and we discussed, well, by the time I go over there and the exchange rate and all that. So he said, if I can find somebody here, that would be good. Otherwise, I guess I'll just save extra money and go there and get it done.
Well, where are you going for vacation?
Caribbean.
Okay. Yeah.
I
Well,
could get it done there, but I don't really want to spend my vacation in a dentist.
no, I understand, but you could do it at the end. I know that like if you did it in Mexico, there's really good high quality dentists in Mexico that would be, you know, like almost 1/3 of the price that you're going to pay in Canada or the US. So anyway, you know, and if you have family there, you know, what you do, family might have an idea who's a really good dentist.
Oh, yeah, I already know that they could find me one. But if I went to the States as a family member, that would do it.
All right. Yeah, whatever way works for you, but
Yeah.
I'd be really cautious, and I know that you are, so I'm not going to worry
Yeah.
about that. When I think about implants, and this is just my feeling, I have no scientific evidence for this, so you know, please take it in that way. I just think of it as like having a radio receiver planted in your mouth, right?
Well, this is why I was hesitant, but because of, you know, due to certain circumstances, I end up with, you know, dental issues, so now I require dentures.
Yeah.
So the relative said that the implant or denture would be better than just straight denture.
Yeah.
But then, you know, I think of how uncomfortable some people are okay with the implants, but some people say they had to take it out. And then I spoke to his mother, and his mother, well, she wore dentures when she was pretty young.
Yeah.
And she's never bothered with implants.
Well, you know,
So,
why don't we just do a quick dial? Let me just see. Could I do that for you?
Sure, I would appreciate it.
Okay, let's just see. Would you be able to do all right with implants? Like, in other words, would you have any adverse effects with implants? And I get that you would. So let me just see how strong that would be. It would be like, let's just count this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 10% impact. So let me just see about dentures. Would you have any, I mean, other than falling out and having to take care of them and all the rest of that?
Oh, Lord, thanks a lot.
Yeah, I know all that stuff, but I'm thinking about more serious stuff, you know, than that sort of stuff. So I'm just saying, is there going to be any more serious stuff with your dentures? And the answer is no. So here's what I suggest you do. I suggest your original plan is a great idea. Why not get the dentures, go on vacation, see if you like them, see if you can handle them, whether it's a pain in the butt that they keep falling out or having to glue them in or clean them and do all those things, and then make your decision, right? Because
yeah, that's what I thought. At least I wouldn't be stressed out while I'm on vacation.
Exactly. And who knows, the dentures may be just the best fit for you. How's that for a play on words? Maybe
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, so that's what I recommend. I think you intuitively got the right answer.
Yeah, because all of a sudden I just got this, you know, change of mind about it.
Yeah, well, that's your guidance. Yeah, trust
and
it.
I don't want to go against it because it's always led me in the right way.
Good. All right, there you are. Great.
Okay, so could you clear some clear, please, if you have time, some clear around dentists?
All right, let's do that. I'll do that for everybody on the call now.
Thank you.
And everybody listening to the call. So stay on so you get this live, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so I, Tyson Bannigan, in my holy name, in my I am consciousness, one with Source, with the Sister Divine Mother and Divine Father, undertake this clearing of all fear around going to a dentist, and we remove it throughout all the timelines, past, present, and future, through the multidimensional levels of reality, and through our lineage as well, through our family of origin lineage, because who knows, our family lineage may have had trauma with dentists as well. We remove all that trauma throughout all time, space, and dimension, and I declare it so be it, it is done. So let's just let that clear, and just give me a second. I want to do an installation. So the installation would go like this. I'm just going to allow it to be guided. So I, Tyson Bannigan, in my holy and that name, in my I am consciousness, one with Source consciousness, hereby ask that all human beings listening to this call now and in the future be able to restore their teeth according to the original divine blueprint, and that our ability to manage and heal our teeth which is part of the original intent of the blueprint, we reconfigured and reactivated. And I asked the divine sources to ensure that this is undertaken throughout all time, space, and dimensions, both known or unknown. And I declare it so be it. It is done. Thank you. So I'm excited by this because I know from some of the research I have that they're actually on, that there has been research about how to regrow teeth and how to redo
I was looking at that.
and enamel. So yeah, I know that we're closer to all that than dentists think we are, because I know dentists are, it's a business, and I bless my dentist. I appreciate his dentist. Nothing worse than dental pain. But I think we're on the cusp of a whole new way of managing our teeth and our body. So I look forward to that.
Thank you. I feel better.
All right. Thanks for phoning in.
Okay. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye for now. So that was Valerie, and she comes in periodically in about certain issues in her life. And feel free to use this, the healing hour, and that way you can just phone in and get your questions answered around dowsing energy healing, have a clearing around any specific issue you may have in the healing or energy field. And also you can just check in and say hello. So I'm just gonna come back over to and stop the share for a moment and see. So what resonated with you and thank you said about my kids and my husband too, and your ex. What was that? Urs? What was resonating with you that you typed in the chat?
The dentist and teeth health. My kids had a bunch of dentist appointments this week, so I was worried about dentists too. So that resonated with me.
Oh yeah, I've had some horrific experiences with dentists as a kid, so I have a lot of trauma around teeth, and it's really hard to get past that. All I can say is the dental profession is getting much better at the job that they're doing and the sort of feelings that they're using. But I really believe truly that we're on the cusp of a whole different, better way of doing that. And also there's charts out there that I think that I'll post back in the Dowsing Energy Healing closed Facebook group about that, everything is connected. So why is somebody having it?
Dental meridian charts from Body Code, and I use them all the time.
Okay, good. So you've already got those.
With the meridians and the organs or tissues in the body, and they make sense too.
Yeah. So with your kids, just make sure that you check it periodically and clear those meridian lines. Like, let's go do the chart and periodically, say maybe once a month, just like a dental cleaning, do an energetic clearing of all the teeth of your children. That will really help.
Okay, I'll do that.
I never thought of that before. So thanks for bringing that up, so I could make a note of doing that for myself too, right? So an energetic dental cleaning. How about that? I think that's a really good thing to do, right?
Yes.
All right.
I think so too. Yeah, it's better than the physical dentists and cavities and all those fillings.
Yeah.
They want to do so many procedures on a baby teeth. I don't believe kids require that many procedures. So
well, think about it this way: as I'm always aware when I go to my dentist that I'm paying for his next Caribbean vacation. So, it takes a lot of money to run a dentist's office, and I get it. But there's so much pressure to, your tooth hurts, you need to pull it, or this, or we need to do a crown, or we need to do that. We need to take control over our lives, and that's why muscle testing that you know how to do is so important. Do I really need a crown, or can I do X, Y, or Z? I really encourage people to take back their personal power and be in control. Stop giving it away to your dentist and your doctor and other professionals. You be your own professional, and then you ask the other professional to assist you to get the goals accomplished that you want. So that's what I really want to encourage everybody is
Yeah,
just
I agree with you. And learning how to muscle test helped me a lot.
yes, absolutely.
And yeah, I don't want to go to a dentist or a doctor unless it's really an emergency that I need that help. Otherwise, I trust my intuition more than any other medical personnel. And I had really nightmare stories about medical procedures and stuff in the past. So I don't like going to the doctor at all.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. So, and of course, if you're looking for a doctor or a dentist, then don't forget you can use your dowsing or muscle testing or body sway to go through the list of dentists in your town and just go through the phone book or Google it, and you will be able to tell on a scale of 0 to 100 which is the best energetic match for you, which is the dentist that will provide the best service for you. So I encourage you to do that, and do that for your plumber, or your maintenance personnel, anybody. You always want to have the one that resonates the best with you and your family, so you have the best results, right? So,
yes.
All right. So we're nearly at the top of the hour. We have a few more moments to go. We're ready and available to answer any more questions as we get ready to the top of the hour. So I'm just going to see. So if you're really holding back from phoning in, now is your chance. There's always next week, of course. So this is Tyson Bennigan. This is the Healing Hour. The phone number is 1-866-369-7464. And you can join me right now by phoning in. Okay, let me see what we got. So Valerie said there's also energetic ozone cleaning instead of going and getting the ozone physically. Yeah, Valerie, I do have an ozone generator, and ozonated water is really, really good. And of course, using that for cleaning your mouth is very, very good idea as well. And Marianne Haynes says hello. And Marianne, do you have any questions that you'd like to ask? Now is the time to type them in. And Valerie says thanks for the healing. Let's see if we've got anybody else that we've missed. Okay, Linda Boney is requesting healing. What sort of healing, Linda, would you like? Can you type that in? Okay, let's do a general clearing for everybody. Okay, so here we go. I, Tyson Bannigan, in my holy name, with I am consciousness connected with Source, undertake a clearing of all non-beneficial energies, core fractures, toxic emotions for everybody on this call or listening to this call in the future. And we undertake this clearing out the multidimensional levels of reality throughout all time, space, and dimensions, past, present, and future. And we clear our matriarchal and patriarchal lineages, star family, soul family, and family of origin of any and all trauma, known or unknown. And we undertake this clearing, and I declare it so be it, it is done, thank you. Okay, so there's a nice general clearing. So Linda, that was a good physical clearing of anything and everything that you can imagine, including core fractures, toxic emotions, and all the rest of it. Okay, so Linda, we got that, and I think we did a clearing that would be helpful. Be safe on your bus ride, and thanks for checking in to the call today. Okay, we got a few more minutes to go. So now's the time. If you're waiting to phone in or you have any other questions you'd like to get answered at this time, now is the time to do it. If you're on the Zoom call, unmute yourself and ask me directly, because I'm over on the looking at the Dowsing and Energy Healing closed Facebook group. Okay. So we were talking about, our ancestral memories and experiences are all contained in our energy field if we don't do the clearings. That's what we did just now. So it's really important to do an energetic clearing periodically. We talked about doing an energetic dental hygiene clearing. We want to do an energetic bioenergy clearing as well. I mean, we take a shower every day or every other day. Why wouldn't we want to do energetic spiritual clearing every day or every other day? I mean, it makes perfect sense to me that that would be the logical thing to do. And especially if you're an empath, because you can pick up energies very, very easily because you're so empathic with everybody else's concerns that sometimes for empaths that haven't learned how to manage their energy field, it's hard for them to know what's theirs or somebody else's. Now, I just also made it a comment as we get ready to close the show. On my homepage, I said, fear is the false evidence appearing real. And the point I was trying to make there is that if we have a fear about the past, then we're not in the present. And if we have a fear about the future, we're not in the present. And really, to be in your true nature, to be connected to source, the only way that you could do that is just to be present in the present moment. So it's very, very important to do that. And of course, that's where the synchronicities occur. The present, being present in that present moment allows us to connect with source, allows us to be guided, allows us our lives to have more ease and grace. And one of the comments from Patricia White was, well, fear is a natural response to an actual threat as well. And of course it is, but, you know, like I said, we don't want to get caught into the fear. And David says, this is wrong and possibly misleading. First, fear is totally healthy, and like all things, fear has an unhealthy aspect. Second, and much more importantly, so-called synchronicities occurring moment to moment. They have no connection with you whatsoever. Well, that's not true. In my world, David, you create the world you live in with every thought, word, and deed. There's no separation from what's outside of you and what's inside of you. So they absolutely do have every connection with you in whatever way you could ever imagine. So he says everything is a pattern of simultaneous interactions which you are part of. To think that you are anyway responsible for those occurrences is a height of human ego and hubris. No, to think otherwise and not to realize that you're creating the world that you live in is to be naive. Now, the synchronicities that occur in your life, no, you're not responsible for those synchronicities that occur in your life, but to be in the state of awareness to allow those synchronicities to occur by being in the present moment is your responsibility. Absolutely. Goes on to say, you can, however, be stepping out of the way of this ego-based notion that you are somehow involved in the creation of the sensuality to simultaneously enter into the stream of the created unfolding and become part of the movement known as synchronicity. And of course, you must be fully present in the present in order to do this. Yeah, so he's got that in the end. So it could be misleading. That was not my intention. My intention is the only way you can receive guidance, the only way that you can be connected to source is in this moment. In the here, be here now in this moment. And so Marco just made a comment. Fear stands for false evidence appearing real, and other people had some other comments about what fear means to them. Yeah, for another person, they said, fear is fear everything and run, or face everything and recover. And denial was don't ever notice I am lying. It's a good question why some words hold so much power and break them down. So there you are. That created a little bit of conversation, which I always highly appreciate. And so we're at the top of the hour. This is Tyson Bannigan. This was the Healing Hour. Thank you for showing up. We'll be back same time, same place, every Tuesday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until next week, same time and same place. Please be healthy, wealthy, and wise.